Hello guys and welcome back to another LEGO video, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing LEGO Cop and Flop. This is a new idea that I brought to my channel. I hope you enjoy the video. Now please like and subscribe if you are new or a returning viewer to this channel. So I'm going to be covering one Cop set and one Flop set per each theme. Now what do I mean by that? Well, bottom right I've defined what I mean by Cop and Flop. So Cop is a set that I would like to own, and Flop is a set that I'm not interested in purchasing at all. Now, I'm not explicitly stating whether a set is good or bad. This is just whether I would like to get the set or wouldn't. Now, that'll become more apparent as we go through some of the sets, especially when it's a very tough decision, such as architecture. Firstly, we have extra, so we only have a choice of two. Now, personally, I would rather have the water tape on the left than the sports accessories on the right, and also the sports accessories don't even get 4.5 stars, so that's why that's a flop. Next, we have video, which a lot of people joke around saying the whole theme flopped. But there are actually some interesting sets from here. So the Robo Hip Hop Car, I would say is a cop, and then the Unicorn DJ Beatbox, I would say is a flop. It's not a set that I'm interested in at all. Moving on to Technic, I think this looks amazing. The McLaren Formula 1 race car. It's a pretty decent price for the set, especially if it'll go further reduced on Amazon and other retailers. And then the flop, I have the Battery Box, which has 1-star reviews, which is awful. Next we have Netflix Stranger Things. So again, there's only two sets here. There's the keyring versus the brickheads, and I personally would like the brickheads more than the keyring. Star Wars. I personally highly rate the Mandalorian's M1 Starfighter, even though it's quite new. I think they've just done a great job with this set, and the box all looks stunning. However, the Resistance X-Wing, I've already considered in previous videos, saying it's overpriced, and it's just definitely not a set that I would want to buy. So moving on to Marvel, the Daily Bugle has to be a cop. It's such an awesome looking set, and it would be great for any city and any collector. Whereas a flop, I said the Spider-Man headquarters. Now this is not necessarily a bad set. I think you get some cool minifigs there included, and it is intended for younger audiences. However, I'm not a younger audience, so therefore it really just doesn't appeal to me. Moving on to Speed Champions, I really like the look of the Jesco. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the first word. For 18 quid, that's a really nice deal. I've said the £55 pair is a flop. Now again, I don't mean that this is a bad set. I'm just saying this is not a set I'd be interested in. I just personally would find that very hard to display the Dragster on a shelf somewhere. It seems it's so long and thin. Next we have Serious Play. So we have a cop on the left, which is the starter kit, and this actually has the highest ratings out of all the Serious Play, which is quite interesting really. And on the right we have the Identity and Landscape kit for over £500. Next we have Powered Up. So on the left we have the large hub, which I think is a cop. Now this gives you a lot of different options when it comes to powering up different things. And on the right we have the regular hub. Now this is £45, but it's 2.5-star reviews. Moving on to Minions Rise of Gru. On the right we have a cop, which is a Minions Kung Fu Battle. I think this is quite a cool looking set. A lot of play features packed in, and you get a cool dragon included as well. Next we have the minifigures category. Now on the left, I think the minifig display case for 16 minifigs is a great idea. It's something that fans have been doing for a while now, and LEGO finally caught onto the idea, and they're selling their own products for this. I think it's a great way to display minifigs, and by the looks of it, they've included the studs on the top such that you can buy multiple of these and stack them. Now on the right, we have the minifig Faces 1,000-piece puzzle. The only thing I can see this being good for is a troll birthday gift, because personally this would really annoy me if I had to do a jigsaw, which was just LEGO minifig faces. Next we have Minecraft. Now personally, I don't think any of the sets are really bad. On the left, we have a great looking set. This is a great way to get into the Minecraft theme, and it provides many features that are incorporated into the game. I've included the Crafting Box 3.0. Now this has the lowest reviews out of all the Minecraft sets. It's interesting because so many sets have such high star reviews, and I think overall the Minecraft theme is doing pretty well. So for the Mindstorms, on the left we have the EV3 Intelligent Brick. I think this would be cool to own because then you could program different functions for robots. However, on the right we have a 10-volt DC transformer. Not the most exciting thing, especially for any kids. Moving on to Marvel, I think the Guardian ship on the right is an awesome looking set, great for display. It comes with some great minifigs too. Whereas on the left we have Gargantus Showdown, which personally I think looks ugly, and I don't know how well this would look whilst being displayed on a shelf. We have Super Mario next, so I love the Bowser's Airship expansion set. Even though you don't get Mario, that is not a problem. The ship itself is so iconic and awesome, I think it's great. But alternatively, we have the B Mario Power Pack, which for 9 quid, you basically get Mario's outfit. So in LEGO Education, I've discovered this beautiful set on the right called Tubes. I didn't know this existed, but for 145 quid, you get all these different tube pieces, some balls included too. Now I don't really have much use for this, but I think for a younger audience this would be an awesome set, providing plenty of fun and sort of acting like a marble run, but much larger pieces and easier to construct since it's made of Duplo. You can see in the middle we've got this really cute guy with some monstrously wide arms, and on the left we have the LEGO Technic small hub for 190 quid. I personally don't consider the world map as a great set, and the whole reason I say this is because I wish LEGO had made this a relief of the world and not the ocean. So personally I couldn't care less how deep certain parts of the oceans are. However, I think it would have been great if the ocean was white or just like a light blue, and we got a height map of the actual Earth. However, within the same theme of LEGO art, I think the Jim Lee Batman collection is awesome. Next we have Jurassic World, so on the left we have the T-Rex breakout, and this is a new set, and I think it's one that I'll definitely want to pick up before it retires. It's a great little display piece, highly detailed, and it's reasonably priced. Now on the right we have what I would like to call Dinosaur Chase. I do question the pricing of £18. If the minifigs are roughly £3 to £4 each, that means you're paying 10 quid for the rest of it, and you're not getting that many pieces included, so it's mainly paying for that dinosaur. Next we have LEGO Ideas. Now a lot of the ideas are great sets, however this is the set that I would like to buy most and the one that I'm really not interested in. So we have the LEGO Ideas Home Alone, which is 220 quid, a great iconic scene there with loads of detail included. On the left we have Seinfeld, if I pronounce that correctly. Now I've never watched this, and that's why I wouldn't be disappointed if I miss out on the set. Next we have Harry Potter. Now on the left we have the Hogwarts Castle. I don't need to really say anything about this, it's awesome. It's a great set. Anyone who's into Harry Potter should definitely consider getting the set if they can before it retires. And on the right we have the Magical Treasury for £19. Next in Disney's Frozen we have the Ice Castle, which I think is a great set. It has so many play features included, it looks awesome. The box art sells the set as well. Then you compare that to Elsa and Olaf's Tea Party. Now you're paying 18 quid for about 10 pieces there, and Elsa doing this weird squat, or at least it looks like that, since it's made of Duplo. Olaf also looks like he's seen things, so it's definitely not a set that I'm interested in. So in Mickey and Friends we have the Rocket on the right, which looks to be like a set that's full of fun different features, whereas on the left we have a basic plane, and Mickey is flying it, and that makes it £9. So part of the Disney, we have the Mini Disney Castle. This is a great set, I definitely have to get this before it retires. For £31 it's practically a steal, it's a great little display piece, it can pretty much go anywhere within your house. Whereas on the right, for £12.99, so basically 13 quid, we have Elsa and the Knox Ice Table. Now I haven't seen Frozen 2, so I don't know what that is. However, for the amount of play you get from the set, I think there are better alternatives, and that's why I'm not really interested. Next we have the DC theme. Now on the right we have the 1989 Batwing. Imagine someone walks into your house and this is the first thing they see hung up on the wall. It's a great display piece, looks awesome, it's badass, and for any DC fan it's a must have. Whereas on the left we have the classic TV series Batman Cowl. Now I don't have anything against the set. I think the stand's quite wide. If they could have made that a bit smaller, it may have appealed more to me. Next we have the Creator Expert theme. Now Assembly Square is a set that I want to get, and it's already been out for 5 years, so I don't know how many more years it will be out for, but it has so much detail and you're basically getting 3 small different modular buildings there. Whereas on the right we have the Volkswagen T2 campervan. Now I think a lot of people had high hopes for this since the T1 campervan was such a great hit, and the reviews of it seem to be either hit or miss. Next we have Creator 3-in-1. Now this supersonic jet on the right instantly caught my eye. It's a great looking set with a nice colour scheme, and it transforms into a boat and a helicopter, so it covers quite a lot of transport there. I think all 3 builds are very appealing too, making this a great looking set. Whereas on the left we have a sort of derpy looking giraffe, and a tree house that must have been built on the world's smallest tree. Next we have Lego Classic. Now I would have to cop a green base plate, it's just such a solid thing, you can't really have too little green base plates, they always come in handy here and there. Whereas on the left, the reason why I would pick this set is because it had the worst reviews on Lego. Now for £25 it's called the Creative Transparent Bricks, and you can see in the middle there all the different bricks you get. So I don't actually know why this has got such low reviews, but because of that I'm using other people's feedback to form my opinion here. Next we have Lego City. Now on the left we have the Cop, which is the stunt show arena. If you watch any of my other videos you'll know I really like this set, I think it's great. You have all these different play features, all these different minifigs. You have interesting scenes where the cars are crushing the smaller cars, and overall it's a fantastic set. The reason why I've said the police station on the hand is a flop is simply because the police stations seem to get like smaller and smaller every year, whilst the price seems to remain the same or increase a little. Now this one on the right you have a bar that will raise and allow a car to pass through, but it passes through to nowhere. There's no purpose for that bar. Next we have the brick sketches. Now all these are pretty good builds, so it was quite hard to say a cop and a flop, especially when there's some new ones coming out like Miles Morales. So for now I'll put a cop for the Joker. I think that looks great. It looks like the Joker. I think anyone who came into your room would easily recognise this is the Joker. Whereas on the left we have the First Order Stormtrooper. I think it's quite wide, but overall it does capture the shape of a Stormtrooper very well. Next we have Brickheads. So on the right, a new set called Chip and Dale's coming out for £18. Now I think these look really cute, and I remember when I was younger I went to Disneyland, and ever since I've loved these two characters. Whereas on the left we have Gru, Stuart and Otto. I just don't ever really plan on buying the set, that's the main reason why it's there. So then we get the Boost, which is sort of awkward. There's only one set, so it's like a cop and a flop. Personally, I don't really ever plan on owning this. I think it's a cool idea, but just not for me. Next we have the Batman theme. So on the right we have the Batmobile. For £90, look how awesome that set looks in the middle. It looks so smart and stylish, and it's such a great set. And last, but certainly not least, we have architecture. Now on the left I put the Taj Mahal as a cop, and on the right I put London as the skyline as a flop. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I put a lot of effort into this video, so showing your support really does help me. Leave a comment on what you personally say for each theme would be your cop or flop, and let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. But I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.